Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our audience present here physically, as well as to the people watching us online. I'm Aditi Nilvarna. I'm SSP 19 alumni and a current master's student of Master of Space Studies 2021. And I'll be your moderator today. Welcome to the inauguration of the academic year 2021-2022 of the International Space University. This event is being live streamed on the ISU YouTube channel. Now, I would like to invite the Master of Space Studies 2022 students to the auditorium. So let's give a big round of applause to our new batch. Hello. Hi. Hello. Thank you all for being with us today. From our oldest members who have been diligently supporting us since the very beginning, as well as to the new members and supporters of ISU, we extend our very warm welcome. The first speaker today is our former president, Juan de Dalmo. Juan has been the president of ISU for the past 3 years after a long professional career with the French Space Agency, CNES, and the European Space Agency, ESA. Juan is also the alum of the ISU from 1989 Space Studies program, which was held in Strasbourg. So let's give a very big applause to this very animated personality. Juan, would you please join me on stage?
Merci, Coralie. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Adam, for helping us get in here. Namaste, Aditi. Thank you very much for the introduction. Monsieur le conseiller régional et maire de la ville d'Ilkirch-Graafenstaden, I know that the mayor of Ilkirch is going to join us in a moment, unless he's already in the room. Not yet. So let's welcome Monsieur Phillips when he arrives. He's on our list of speakers, so we really need him. He represents both the city of Ilkirch and the region, Grand Est in France, where we are located. Dear representatives from Strasbourg Eurometropolis, dear members of the ISU Board of Trustees, dear members of the ISU faculty, and colleagues from the ISU staff, dear friends, dear alumni who have come here today, and a very warm welcome to the new class of the Master of Space Studies 2022. Dear alumni, I will repeat the alumni because we have some special ones here today, and you will recognize them because they are wearing this little thing here. I think it's called a pin that tells us all that they have studied in the same place that you are about to experience. Some of them are in the region, so they could come, and they include the director of the European Science Foundation, which has its headquarters in Strasbourg. Thank you for being with us. Those with the little pin also include a representative from the European Space Agency who has just joined us as a resident full-time Central Campus faculty member. Thank you for being with us. All these people wear the little pin. This doesn't mean that we belong to a secret organization. It means that we are proud of belonging to a very open organization, very inclusive organization. So whenever we wear this pin, we are telling other people that they are welcome to join. We're not telling them that they are outside. We're telling them, please come and join this beautiful space community where we are growing in number, in quality, and in diversity. I would like to acknowledge the presence here of my predecessor, President Emeritus Walter Peters. Thank you for being with us. And of course, the presence of our brand new ISU President, Professor Pascal Ehrenfreund. Thank you for allowing me to speak in your inauguration day. It's an honor. As someone has said before, the best you can do in your career is to let people follow you who are better than you. Not only those who follow, but also let people who are better than you come and work with you. We have heard this in different cultures, different thinkers who say that. Don't be afraid of calling in colleagues and hiring people who are better than you. And that's what we try doing, always improving. I would like to tell you the story of a 7-minute video. It is not related to the famous 7 minutes of terror that many of you will have watched on one of the Mars landing, but we will watch a 7-minute video that is telling a story. And the story starts with a sequence of graphics, very fast, that symbolizes the places where this university has been. ISU goes to places by design. This was the vision of our founders, Todd Hawley, Bob Richards, and Peter Diamandis. They envisioned a university that would have a central campus located on planet Earth with very strong collaborations and affiliations, and an itinerant program that has already been in France, in Germany, in Ireland, in Spain, in Thailand, in Australia, in China, in Chile, in the United States of America, in Canada. And that's the vision of our founders that is symbolized in the initial sequence of the movie. ISU goes to places, and one day there will be a campus in space. That's part of the vision. And that's a challenge for Professor Ehrenfreund. Take us to space. Let us learn, let us teach in space, from space, but most importantly about space and how space can benefit us down here. The first speaker in the 7-minute movie is Simon Pete Warden, a member of the ISU faculty, a member of the ISU Board of Trustees, who in his long space career has been, among other places, the director of the NASA Ames Research Center. Pete Warden tells a story at the beginning and concludes the story at the end. Let's listen to what he has to say. You will hear about him throughout your year, especially through Professor Chris Welsh, director of the Master of Space Studies program, because there are several collaborations currently going on with Pete Warden, among them in the field of ChipSats, very small satellites, in the field of interstellar studies. Pete Warden was recently chairing an ISU team project on space transportation to the moon that I encourage you to watch and to read on our online library website. Another speaker in the movie is Dr. Angie Buckley, ISU alumna, senior engineer at the Aerospace Corporation, member of the ISU Board of Trustees, who tells us the story of how ISU changed her life. We will also hear from John Connolly, a senior staff member from NASA. We will hear from Dr. Neve Shaw. I don't need to tell you, she's also an alumna. She's also a member of the ISU faculty, and she is an entrepreneur. Her startup is based here. She moved from Ireland because she decided this was a good place to take the next steps with her startup company. Whenever you have time, I encourage you to walk up to the 3rd floor and just say hello to those who are working there for different startup companies, like Neve Shaw and others. These companies are hosting student interns from the master's program. They are even hiring. And Neve Shaw can tell you who she would like to hire. She has some people in mind already. I think one of them is sitting in this room, or will be introducing her or himself to you. And the 7 minutes movie also presents the points of view of recent ISU students. One of them is Carole Dangois, who, interestingly enough, explains that she learned about ISU while being on Antarctica. Now you will ask me, how can you find out about ISU in Antarctica? What's the link? Well, she will tell you. And that also tells us that our alumni are really welcomed everywhere. They go and work for government, for academia, for private companies all over the world. That's the strength of the network. You can find ISU alumni virtually everywhere where people work or talk about space. And Antarctica is an interesting one because we could call it a space analog, an extreme environment where we can test and rehearse and practice what we would probably encounter in real space. Space analogs is an exciting field of research, and I encourage you to study that, talk to the faculty who are very knowledgeable. There might be an ISU team project on this topic sometime soon. Space analogs can also teach us to be better on Earth without needing to go out. And the movie shows people smiling. You might call it, okay, it's a marketing film, so everyone is smiling. But the reality of life is that not everything is made up of smiles. There are hard moments, there are difficult moments, including during the master's year. Aditi can testify. There are periods where we are overwhelmed by work, or where there is stress, frustration, bad weather, We can't find the person that we need. Whoever we need is not available. We have difficulties in finding a good internship. There are frustrations, there are hard times, but we are a well-compenetrated community. We know how to help each other. There are even harder times when we lose a person we love. Unfortunately, we lost Laurence Heiser, a staff member, a few months ago. She was our accountant. Unfortunately, we lost Oscar Rosas, much younger than Laurence. He was a volunteering staff during this past summer. The movie you will see is produced in loving memory of Oscar Rosas, as you will read. But let me get back to the smiles. And there is another recent student that is talking during the movie and gives us her vision of optimism and tells us why space can help on planet Earth and how we can help tackle some of the greatest challenges that we have. And her name is Sara Venditti. From her family name, you can imagine where she comes from, but she's very international, so she's not only from Italy, you will see that. And if we show a video of 7 minutes, it's because someone has produced it. If we have such a ceremony and such a beautiful day today, it's because a number of people have worked very hard to make it possible. And very often we don't see that effort because people work behind the scenes. I hope everyone will appreciate the effort behind producing the video, behind preparing for this event, making sure that everything is ready, that the connections work, that we work as a team. And with this, I would like to really thank everyone and every single colleague with whom I've had the pleasure and the privilege of working during my tenure this past 3 years. To each and every one of you, thank you so much for your patience. And I know you had to show a lot of patience, for your solidarity, for your smiles, for your comfort when we were going through challenging moments like the COVID. We had a number of people who had to go on self-isolation not long ago. That is hard. It's a bit like a space analog. You have to stay isolated and live in an extreme environment. And I know that Pascal Ehrenfreund really will enjoy, I can see it already, working with all of you. I wish you, Pascal, and your team a wonderful next step in the life of our beloved International Space University. As to myself, I hope to be a good member of the alumni community and a continuing member of the faculty. Whenever I come back to Strasbourg, you will find me in the library. So my message to you is, find me in the library. It's a beautiful place. It's quiet. It has a lot of light. It's cozy. Lots of wood. Not always open, but the good news is that it will be open for longer times, because Strasbourg Eurometropolis is investing once more. Not only Strasbourg Eurometropolis, but all local and regional administrations are investing once more in this beautiful building that we just enjoy. It was designed and built on purpose for this university. And the public administrations made us a wonderful gift, which will now be refurbished and enhanced, starting with the library, making it a more modern working place where people can go to small workout rooms, and they don't have to wait for the opening hours. There will be even easier and more accessible times. So with this, I would like to thank also our hosts here. We are in a space hub, the space hub of Strasbourg. Enjoy this beautiful city and this beautiful region. And let's watch the video, if I can ask my friends in the control room to launch the 7 minutes. Thank you very much, and all the best to you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I kind of grew up with the space program. On Apollo 11 landed on the moon, I was 19, and I decided I wanted to be an astronomer.
I wanted to be an astronaut.
An astronaut.
An astronaut.
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 An astronaut as a child, right? Because 1969, you know, I'm 9 years old and people were walking on the moon. I wanted to walk on the moon.
I feel like it's just been a part of me, like my whole life. It's just who I am and what I want. My entire life has been devoted to study space.
I realized how much space was such an integral part of my identity as a child, and how I really wanted to explore space further. And yet from about the age of 15 years onwards, I really hadn't done anything about it. And I found that fascinating, that a woman at my stage in life, who'd always embraced and said, oh, I'm so open-minded about trying things, the one thing that I really wanted to explore, I was cautious about pursuing.
And it's actually in Antarctica that I learned about ISU. So previous alumni had actually put a sticker on one of the doors, and I thought, ISU, what's that? That sounds really, really cool.
The essential ISU experience still remains the same, and I think that's really what people come for. They come for this broad level of education that we give them, you know, the broad brush picture of how the space industry works in all its components. They come for meeting people like themselves, and for meeting lecturers and experts from all around the world. And they come for the experience. And by the end of 2 months they leave, and you know, even the biggest guys are crying at the end. And I love it.
Yeah, it literally changed my life and outlook on the space enterprise, because you know, before that I'd been kind of focused in my little engineering world. You know, we're going to control everything because I'm a control theorist, and you know, that's what I'm going to do the rest of my life. And then I went, and because it's so interdisciplinary, you know, it was just sort of an eye-opener, because I learned a lot about policy and law that I kind of knew about but didn't really appreciate.
It's not only engineering, but it's marketing, it's human, it's legal, it's politics, it's regulation. There are a lot of aspects that you have to take into account.
It's extremely multidisciplinary. Yeah? You need to talk with microbiologists, with nutritionists, you need with cooks, with space engineers, with mathematicians, with chemical engineers. All has to work together, because all these domains are represented and are necessary. So that's already great, because you learn every day from this expert.
I really like the part of choosing a department where you can try new things that are far away from your expertise, to see if there's things that you might become passionate about as well.
And the other really cool thing is the network, because yeah, I can't tell you how many times that I've needed to know something or needed a point of contact in some country, and just get online and say, hey, do you know anybody? And I don't know anybody, but I know somebody who knows somebody. And then all of a sudden you're all connected.
I'm finding it just mind-blowing, just absolutely incredible and beyond anything I could have expected or hoped for. Every day I'm just learning so much. I literally feel like I found my family. It's very heartwarming to be surrounded by people who love space as much. I feel like it's people that I have looked for all my life, and I'm now surrounded by like dozens of them. It's really, really nice.
It's an experience that kind of sets you up for life, and if you want to have a future in the space sector, you couldn't come to a better place.
It's literally that family feeling comes from whenever you see the ISU pin on anyone. You immediately, have the same feeling of trust and being part of the same family, which is, I think, the most amazing thing about the ISU community.
I so hope it inspires the world, and I think that's one of the big things why space has to carry on, even if it's so expensive and resource draining, but it is one of the last places where you see so much cooperation that we need to nurture that, definitely.
It's about finding opportunities for doing things better, and again, to be a truly humankind, to be kind to each other, to be kind to the world around us and to the universe as well.
I became more and more aware of the problems around us in our society, and how much the world has improved in times, and that we are living in almost perfect world if it weren't for climate change, poverty, or lack of education in many countries. And I think through space and through education we can do so much, and space is a great way to have an impact.
We will be creating solutions for very extreme situations in Mars, on the Moon and beyond, of how to be ethical with an environment, of how to manage ourselves, manage a society, manage resources that we haven't seen yet on Earth.
To me, that's kind of what space is. It's something bigger than all of us. It's history. It's moving humankind to the next level of evolution.
I think there's so many benefits that we derive from using space to improve our quality of life on the ground. Like, I don't know what I'd do without that little lady in my car now telling me, where to turn. I've been around a lot longer than you guys, but I've seen huge changes in how we do things, and it's really cool. And I think space is a place that can provide benefits to everyone. I mean, that's kind of what it means to me, not on top of just being a cool place to explore.
Fail early and often. It's it's hard, but don't be afraid of failure. I mean, don't do things stupid. But if you don't, take a risk, you're never going to get the big rewards, whatever they are. If they're, and including knowledge and including the ability to look over that hill.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Thank you, Juan, for your kind words and for showing us this amazing video. We hope that you continue collaborating with ISU in future. Now, I would like to move on to the presentation of the master's program, which is the main highlight of this event. So I would like to call upon the stage the director of the master's program, Professor Chris Welsh, who will walk us through the master's program and the people who will deliver it. So Professor Chris Welsh, would you like to join me on stage?
Thank you, Aditi, and good morning, everybody. I'm very pleased to be here again. Normally, at this time of year, in this room, we do two things. We graduate the previous year's class, and then we open for the current year's class. However, in these coronavirus pandemic times, we're not graduating the previous year's class. We have graduated finally, in sort of technical terms, MSS 20, but we have yet to have a graduation ceremony for them here. And the same applies to MSS 21. Some of the students have fully graduated, but others are still working on their internship. So this may actually turn out to be the academic year with 3 graduation ceremonies, one for MSS 20, one for MSS 21, and one for MSS 22. We will see. That depends on people's ability to travel, because all the former students have made it very clear they want to come back to ISU and have an in-person graduation ceremony. So we will look out for that during the year. So the MSS. This is my 11th cohort that I'm welcoming as the MSS program director. I'm very pleased to be the program director of what, to my mind, is the only truly global, truly interdisciplinary, international, intercultural MSc. There are other MSCs in some places which say they're interdisciplinary. I have a slightly different opinion about that, and we are, of course, the original. Okay, MSS 22 is the 27th MSS cohort, so we've been doing this for a very long time. As a result, we have alumni with who have achieved amazing things. We have had alumni travel to the International Space Station and do spacewalks. We have had alumni who have set up some of the leading new space companies in the world. One of them, Spire Global. I was very pleased to see 3 former master's students there at the New York Stock Exchange when the CEO rang the opening bell. That was very gratifying. 11 years ago, they were sitting here, and now they're in charge of a company with a value probably of around $1 billion. So no pressure on the new class, but I'll be checking up on how much you're all worth in a decade, We have got leading researchers. We have had people who travel to the Antarctic, medical doctors and engineers, and in fact a former MSS alum, or former MSS student alum, will be traveling to Antarctica in November, and we hope very much we'll be able to set up a call between him and the current class. And the reason that we are so successful, I think, is our 3 I's approach. The different disciplines, space science, space engineering, space applications, human performance in space, management and business, policy, economics and law, and the space humanities. We are truly interdisciplinary. And also our global reach, if I can focus on my colleagues in the faculty sitting over there, the resident faculty here. They come from the USA, from China, from France, Ireland, Serbia, Austria, Nigeria, Belgium. So a truly international and intercultural faculty, and they are experts in their fields. And I don't think anywhere else in the world you will find an assembly of people with such broad but deep expertise in one institution. We're also very lucky for the support of our sponsors, and I'd like to acknowledge, ISA and CNES and CASC in particular. Europe, France, and China support us through either seconded faculty or funding for faculty. And without that support and the other support that many other agencies and sponsors give us, we wouldn't be able to be so successful. I should also mention, Juan has already mentioned this, but we're joined by Nicola Peter, who is on secondment from ISA, and he is an MSS alum, and I think that's as far as I know, the first resident faculty who has previously been an MSS alum. So that's another kind of circle closed. But we are also, of course, supported by a dedicated team. We have, dedicated staff for student affairs, for program coordination. Juan has mentioned the library, which is, to my mind, the best space library in Europe. And we also have an extremely accomplished space librarian. I would say it's fine to have the library, but you need the librarian too. And a dedicated IT team, most of who are in the booth at the back, making sure that all of this all works, but also all the other people who work at ISU in all the other areas which you need as an institution. So from people who work in reception to human resources and finance and the president's office, all of these are needed for the institution to work and to support the masters. Tomorrow morning, the new class will get a detailed briefing from me on the structure of the Masters. You'll be pleased to know I'm not going to show you any PowerPoint slides now. But the start of the program will feature Module 1, which will be a fully interdisciplinary module where you will be having lectures from engineering, then science, then law, then ethics, so that you start to see the connections between all these topics. And then at the end of Module 1, in the start of November, then the team projects will start, the individual projects will start. There will be more lectures, more interdisciplinary lectures. We will get to enjoy Christmas in Strasbourg. I very much hope that this Christmas Strasbourg will be able to reopen as a capital of Christmas in the way that I think every cohort who's been here has thoroughly enjoyed. Then in the new year you'll finish this. I'm afraid there will be exams along the way, there will be assignments along the way. I'm giving you your first assignment on Monday morning, so be prepared for that for the new students. And then there are the electives, specialized modules, and then internships over the summer. And then hopefully, this time next year, all of you in MSS 22 will be back here and we will have a graduation ceremony, maybe the third one that year. So that's a kind of overview of ISU and of the Masters and of all the people and entities and sponsors who support us, without which ISU could not be so successful in any of its programs, and in particularly from my point of view on the Masters. So now I would like to call each of the individual Masters students down to the front to introduce themselves. I have a list here. Some of them are online and some of them are in person. Some of them haven't managed to arrive yet, and I'll be putting my mask back on while I call the names, because Coralie has to disinfect the microphone every time somebody talks, and if I talk and then a student talks, and I keep the mask off, it will double the amount of cleanings she has to do. So mask back on for this bit, and hope my glasses do not mist up too much. So, the first student then, Justin Anwar. Please come on down.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Justin Anwar. I was born and raised in New York City. I'm Puerto Rican and Guyanese. I recently finished my bachelor's just a summer ago, where I primarily focused on abnormal psychology, pharmacology, economics, research methods, and I also did 2 years of research in an astronomy lab. I want to find a way to bring all those disciplines together. I would like to do some sort of policy-based job where maybe I foster cooperation between space agencies, but I won't shut myself off to any opportunities that the MSS brings me. And above all, I hope to make some lifelong friends here, and I hope everyone feels the same about that.
Okay, thank you, Justin. Next up, Vivian Baccareza.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Viviane Baccareza. Good morning, my name is Viviane Baccareza. I come from United States, the state of Maryland. I'm an architect and I have done studies here in France. I had that honor on urban planning or aménagement du territoire. Initially, as an architect, I would like to develop an understanding of the space environments such as high levels of radiation, low or no atmosphere pressure, low or no apparent gravity, and large temperature variations, and how that impacts human health and environment design. I would then learn about the lack of established infrastructure such as power and water supply, sewage and waste recycling and transportation support, which will help me to better understand the main challenges that space architecture faces. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Vivian. Next up, Christopher Barda.
Good morning, everyone. Bonjour. My name is Christopher Barda, and I am from the United States, recently from Denver, Colorado. And my experience is in engineering. I was formerly a satellite manufacturing engineer focusing on large-scale assemblies, and hopefully in February, the mission I was working on will launch into space. My background is in engineering, however, I do seek a interdisciplinary experience. That's why I'm here at the International Space University. And also building lifelong friends and building a network, a global network. And my goal is to learn more about human spaceflight as well as the policies and as well as the politics that are involved with what other countries do and how that may affect others, as well as try to find a peaceful collaboration to explore space. And hopefully that I may myself go into space one day. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher. And next, Summer Beckworth.
My name is Summer Beckworth. I am from the United States, from Dallas, Texas. I am a current third-year osteopathic medical school back home in Texas, medical student. I go to school at the University of North Texas Health Science Center. I am here hoping to be able to use this opportunity at the International Space University to ultimately practice medicine in space, but I would love to also just work with astronauts, and kind of there's so much going on in the space industry right now, and I just kind of want to hop on that before it gets really, really big. So I'm so excited for this year to make friends and grow my network. So.
Thank you, Summer. Now, I think the next two are joining us online. So the first one is Sahildeep Bina.
Hello, Professor Welsh. Hello, everyone. I think Sahildeep Bina is not connected. I will introduce myself. I'm Sami Nicolas Bouchala. I'm French, and I come from Paris, France. My current job is Marketing Anticipation Director at Globecast, and a worldwide media service provider. And my background is satellite telecommunications engineer, and I always plan to be an astronaut. I am attending ISU Master Space Studies in part-time mode. I started last year with MSS 21, and I'm happy to join MSS 22 in October. I want to thank you as well, the CNES French Space Agency, for their sponsorship. Merci.
Okay, thank you, Sami. Okay, back to people in the room now. So Martina Dimoshka.
Hello everyone, my name is Martina Dimoska. I'm so pleased to be here. I come from a little town, Kičevo, in Macedonia, the Balkans. I'm a Bachelor of Material Engineering and Nanotechnology, and I just graduated from the Commercial Space Studies program with ISU collaborating with Florida Tech in the US. I've had the opportunity to meet the ISU alumni network and what it means and what it brings to the table. And they sort of gave me the idea of what you can do here and how much you can contribute. So I'm looking forward to that contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, the next one again is also online, but I don't think I saw her just now. Iana Doyle. Do we have Iana Doyle online? Doyle.
Good morning everyone. My name is Tushar Goyal and I'm from India. I have a bachelor's in aerospace engineering. I graduated in 2019. For the past 2 years I've been working as an astronomer and an astrophotographer in the field of astronomy and space science education. I have a small startup in the same field which is working through it in India, and I've been working in asteroid discoveries. I have 215 preliminary asteroid discoveries and 5 provisional ones, and I'm looking forward to be here at ISU, make many friends, get into the network, and I want to do an amalgamation of my aerospace engineering and my astronomy. So maybe if I can find something where I can mix both of these, because I love both of these fields and I love to be learning all of the fields over here. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you, Tushar. And so next, Esther Gulacci.
Hello everyone, my name is Esther and I have a master's in architecture and engineering from the Technical University of Budapest. I had worked as an architect for approximately 8 years, first in Hungary, then in the UK, and I'm a member of the Space Architects Organization since 2018. Thanks to the pandemic, I decided that this is the best time to take a leap and try to achieve my dream and become a professional space architect. I'd like to design space stations, extraterrestrial bases, spaceships with the human factor in mind, to ensure that astronauts and space explorers can perform on their highest level on a daily basis by protecting their health, not just physical but mental health throughout the whole mission. I really hope that, because architecture is a very interdisciplinary area, I can learn from every one of you, even from the students throughout the year. I'm really, really excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther. Now, Jermaine Gutierrez.
Hello, everyone. Hello, online participants. I'm Jermaine Gutierrez. I'm 50% German, 50% Cuban, 100% a nerd. And I recently graduated from Frankfurt School of Finance and Management with a bachelor in banking and finance. I also have some work experience in startups, most recently a blockchain-based startup where I built up the financial infrastructure for a couple institutional investors. And the reason why I'm here, I came to the ISU, was because I wanted to share some of the experience in very niche business environments with you guys. But most importantly, I wanted to learn from you guys. I wanted to get to know different insights and perspectives and dive deep into the technical aspects of all things space, space applications, and space sciences. also incredibly excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jermaine. And now Mikhail Holler.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Holly, so I'm 32 years old and I was born and raised in Strasbourg. I'm French. I've got my engineering degree in 2014 in energy, and since then I had two main professional experience, once in energy engineering office and the second one in diplomacy, scientific cooperation in Singapore, French embassy. And space has always been fascinating for me, and that's why I'm here today. I'm very grateful to join this adventure, and I would like also to thank CNES for the scholarship I got for this year, and like 22,000 other people, I applied to ESA astronaut job post, so we'll see.
Good luck with the astronaut application. I think you'll find many ISU alumni from Europe in there too. So, I'm hoping that one of those, ISU alumni will become a European astronaut. That would be excellent. Anyway, now I'd like to invite Yong Huang down.
Hi, I'm Yong Huang from the Republic of Korea. I majored in political science and diplomacy and double majored in urban planning and engineering. I'd like to study space policy, space industry, and space city design or planning at ISU. Actually, there is no National Space Agency in Korea yet, so I want to study hard and contribute to creating the agency in Korea. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. And now I'd like to invite Kyung Hwan Kim down.
Hi everyone, my name is Kyung Hwan Kim. You can call me Kim if you want, it's simple. First of all, I have to thank to Brent Shelwood, Etty Blorigin, and Barbara Imhoff of the Recovery System Group for a big help to come here, and also thanks to Professor Chris Wells 3 years ago gave me a help to come here, my dream school. Okay, so I'm from Paris. Has been 10 years I live there, but my nationality is South Korean. And I'm an architect, but also space architect, and also I'm amateur machine learning engineer. I'm happy to be here, and then I'm really delightful to talk further to make a better world and to go to space together with you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kim. Julia Knee.
Hello everybody, my name is Julia Knee. I am 24 years old and I come from a small town, small village better to say, close to Vienna in Austria. I'm holding a bachelor's degree in physics and I almost finished another one in classical archaeology. I just have to take one more exam there. And currently I'm also volunteering for the Austrian Space Forum, and they're also dealing with analog missions. The next one will take place in October in Israel. As for my hopes for the master's degree here at ISU, I'm of course hoping to make new friendships, to get some connections. Yeah, I'm looking forward most of all to all the different classes, the disciplinary fields, and to learn all about space, all there is to learn. And I'm also hoping that through this master's degree I will find my place in space research, working environment later on for the future. So I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Next, I'd like to invite Anastasia Consadopoulo.
Hi everyone, I am Anastasia Consadopoulo. I come from Greece. I have a diploma in architecture engineering, and recently I had the chance to work on the design of a new space analog. I came here to learn about space and pursue a career in the space sector after my graduation. I'm hopeful that ISU, including my teachers, my classmates, and the library, can give me everything I want. I need, okay.
Thank you, Anastasia. Valentine, welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Valentine Laurent. I'm a French architect and I studied at Versailles. I had the chance to work on space architecture during my study in my M1 and my M2. In my M1 I wrote a memoir, a small thesis about the story that linked architecture and space and how women took place in this race, in this space, in this history, by the way. And on the second one, on my M2, I work on an architecture on Mars. I'm happy to be here at the Isu to learn most that I can about my passion, but also I would like to orient myself through a PhD, maybe about the materiality, and how to build properly on Mars, on Moon, in space, and maybe on Earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valentine. Julie L'Espagnol, come on down.
Hello everyone, I'm Julie L'Espagnol. I come from France. I have a diploma in automotive engineering, and I worked in motorsport for the last 6 years and lately as a chief engineer. But I decided my next challenge will be in space. I decided to join ISU with an open mind to get the opportunity to have a space overview and benefits of the Three Eyes approach from the university. And I'm looking forward to continue my space journey with you all.
Thank you, Julie. Next down, Oriol Emilian Adrezola. I hope I'm getting the names and pronunciations roughly right, but if I don't, you can tell me.
Hello, my name is Oriol Emilian. I'm a mechanical engineer, and since I'm a kid, I've been completely obsessed about space. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I was extremely lucky to participate in an European Space Agency collaboration with my home university, the Polytechnic University of Catalonia, where I built some mechanical deployment mechanisms for a CubeSat that hopefully, if COVID allows, is going to be launched by the end of this year. I was very excited to start my master's on aerospace because even though I have my background in mechanical engineering, I've always been very fascinated with anything related to space. As I said, very excited about starting, but I was overwhelmed on how cool actually all the students that I've met so far are. So let's keep that going and let's see where this goes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oriol. Yes, I mean, ISU is definitely where the cool people come. So there's no doubt about that. So now I'd like to welcome William Moretti.
Hi everyone, my name is William Moretti. I'm from Quebec, Canada. I have a bachelor degree in production manufacturing. For the past 12 years, I've been working as a software engineer at an aerospace company, working on flight simulation. I have a lot of interest in space. My main two interests would be in space, first in space engineering, more specifically around habitat systems and exploration. And my second interest would be space science, most likely more precisely around astrobiology and the challenges of growing crops in space. So I'm really stoked to be here, and yeah, so thank you.
Thank you, William. The next two MSS 20 students are online. So first of all, James Murphy, I hope.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jim Murphy, and I'm from the United States, the state of Maryland. So I'm excited. There's another Marylander here. I'm very impressed with everyone else. I think I'm going to have to go clothing shopping for a suit, perhaps, or some kind of coat. I am super excited to be here. I was extremely shocked that I even got in. So everyone is very impressive, and I'm super excited. My main love for space has been through communication with others. So I started a podcast a year and a half ago where I try to spread the word of space and show people. There might be a bit of an echo. Anyway, I'm excited to be here.
Thomas O'Sullivan.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Thomas O'Sullivan, and I'm from a small town called Bourne End in the south of England. I graduated earlier this summer from the University of Kent with a bachelor's degree in astronomy, space science, and astrophysics. Over the summer, I was fortunate enough to get my first experience in the space sector, working with the Asteroid Mining Company on an internship, an ambitious UK startup project. At 21 years old, I believe I'm on the younger side of the MSS 22 contingent, but I think that just means that I have so much to learn from my incredibly talented peers, and as Chris mentioned earlier, to tap into the unmatched collection of knowledge from the ISU faculty. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Thomas. Now I'd like to invite down Damini Pantaleon.
So, hi everyone, I'm Damini Pantaleon, I'm French from Paris. I have a legal background since I have a bachelor in French law and a master in general international law from the University of Paris, which was formerly known as Paris Descartes. And I'm currently an intern at the DG cabinet, and I'm here to specialize myself in space and understand how law could tackle the challenges of the new space sectors. My hoping for the master is to blossom in the space sector by understanding it as a whole. Lastly, I want to thank the CNES, Eutelsat, and the Fondation Île-de-France for their supportship, which allows me to be part of the amazing ISU family. And I also want to thank my family and my professors for their support. I'm very glad to be here. Thanks. Per aspera ad astra.
Absolutely, per ardua ad astra. Next, Swapnil Parekh. Please come on down.
Namaste. Hello everyone. My name is Swapnil Parekh and I'm from India. So I graduated in mechanical engineering back in 2019, and for the past 2 years I've been working as the propulsion engineer. And I was fortunate enough that I had a chance to work on all types of rocket, ranging from model rocket, high power rockets, sounding rockets, and also the launch vehicles. The reason why I'm here is I'm very much into space like you all, and I want to enhance my knowledge about the other domains of this week, like law and policy, humanity, human performance. And I would like to thank ISU team for giving me this opportunity, and I'm glad enough that I'm starting this program with such an amazing group of people. Thank you all.
Thank you, Swapnil. And now, Nirav Kumar Patel.
Hello everyone, I'm Nirav Patel. I'm 23, I'm from India. My work and study background is architecture again. So I thank ISU for giving me this opportunity to study and expand my knowledge into this vast field of space. And I see there are a lot of architects here, so I hope that we build, so I think the engineers need a little bit of aesthetic touch. So I know they are smart and intelligent, but I think that's lacking here. I think we build a great community of architects here, and I want to build extraterrestrial and floating structures on Moon and Mars, or maybe in deep space. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Nirav. I have to say, I think that MSS 22 may be the year of the architects. We have had architects on the MSS program before, but we've never had so many all at one time. So, who knows how that will play out, but I'm sure it will be very interesting and interdisciplinary. So now I would like to invite Laura Perez.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Perez and I'm from Madrid, Spain, and I'm also an architect. And well, you told everything, so I want to say that when I started to be an architect, I wonder about some word in which the meaning in French is something like somewhere else. And I think that this is why I'm here, because I think that everything starts in the space, and I want to combine all of the disciplinaries to, with all of you, know what is the meaning of this, and well, take some answers about that. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Laura. And now I'd like to invite Marion Pigasu.
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Marion Pigasu. I'm French, from the south of France. I'm not an architect, I'm an aerospace engineer. I studied at Polytechnique Montreal and I graduated in December 2020. I have been passionate by aerospace for a few years now, so I decided to continue my studies with the SSP 2021 in Strasbourg. So we graduated just 3 days ago. And now, so I will continue with you in the MSS. I'm really looking forward to knowing all of you and to just share our knowledge in our space field. Thank you.
Thank you, Marion. And next, I'd like to invite Charlotte Pools.
Yes, so bonjour and good morning, everyone. My name is Charlotte Pauwels. I'm from the Netherlands, and I first want to give a big thank you to everybody here and to the SSP21 family. As Marion said, that we said goodbye only 3 days ago, and I'm more than happy to already wear the ISU alumni pin. Because it really feels like one big family. So I have a background in physics, in radiation, and work as a test engineer for Airbus and also do research for satellite solar panels. But I also work as an analog astronaut organizer and just love to work in extreme environments. And I'm really looking forward for this master to meet all these new amazing people, to learn from your disciplines, and to work according to the 3 I's by ISU. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Charlotte. And next we have Gabriele Ridigonda.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here so that my voice is not so stable. Well, actually, I have a bachelor in physics and astrophysics, a master in law, and postgraduate master course in international relations. So I'm here to match them all, let them merge in the space sector, and I think I'm the right place. Well, I'm Italian, so first of all I need to thank my Italian space agency for the scholarship they gave me that allows me to be here. I'm here drove by curiosity, so I think it's the best way to start this kind of master. And I'm here to find a community for maybe more than a network, a real community that I hope to call it family at the end of this year. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabriele. The next two are going to be online. First of all, we'll have Victoria Rendor, and then I think Charles Aimé will introduce himself. But first of all, Victoria.
Hello, my name is Victoria Aria Rendon, and I'm broadcasting from Laredo, Texas. Laredo is a border town right here next to Mexico, and is the home of former NASA engineer Arturo Campos, who was a main player in the Apollo 13 accident that happened, where he was a main component in bringing the crew back home safely. I recently graduated from Texas A&M International University with a degree in biology, and I have worked in the medical field for the last 6 years in a variety of clinical settings. I am beyond happy to have been accepted into the MSS 22, especially amongst my very esteemed classmates. You guys, your achievements are amazing. I hope to one day become a physician scientist in the aerospace sector, fulfilling a lifelong dream I've had of joining the global space community. I was inspired to join ISU by former MSS alumni Carmen Victoria Felix, who, like me, came from an area that didn't really have any space-related activities or any space-related opportunities. But despite that, she still made it to ISU and she made it into the space sector. I hope to see you guys very soon and my classmates as well. Thank you. And I think Charles is up next.
Yes, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Hello from Africa. My name is Charles Emezu Sibonde. I'm Cameroonian in the Central Africa. My background is basically environmental and industrial risk engineer, risk management engineer. I have been working as a volunteer for several ONG and space organizations, such as Space Generation Advisory Council, Moon Village Association, the International Association for Space Advancement of Space Safety. Now I have, thanks to the ISU scholarship, I have the opportunity to have a very strong background into the space area. And I think, you know, Africa is one of the places where the sun shines quite often. And I really hope that Africa could also shine in the space area. And I'm super happy to be able to build my capacity through this program and to give back by also contributing to growing the African space industry at the same time. So happy to be there and look forward to working with you and maybe to join you very soon in person in Strasbourg. Thank you.
So we come back in the room now, and next I'd like to invite Christopher Richardson.
Hello, my name is Chris Richardson. I'm from the United States, from the state of Virginia. I recently finished my undergrad in international relations and product innovation, while also I've been working for the past couple years in public health and mass transportation. I'm very excited to be here at ISU, where I want to continue my studies, learn more about human factors and policy in space and the space economy. And I'm very glad to be here and have this opportunity to join this wonderful community and get to learn from each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. And next, Carolina Rivera Osorio.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carolina Rivera Osorio. I'm from New York, and I'm a student pilot. Over the summer, I had the honor of working for NASA Headquarters Science Mission Directorate, supporting the Mars Sample Return mission while creating lunar transport modules for incapacitated astronauts. My hopes for Masters in Space Studies is to focus on the impact that psychology will have for long-term space travels to Mars, to the moon, and beyond. I'm very happy to be here today, and I look forward to this new year.
Thank you, Carolina. Next, Rebecca Russworm.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca Russworm. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I have an undergraduate degree in political science, but for the last 10 years, I've been working in banking and finance with a focus on high net worth clients and wealth management. Through the MSS program, I hope to collaborate with all of you and gain the international perspective on space science. And ultimately, I'd like to end up with a career following my passion, which is in citizen science and research. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Next, Andrea Santos Lopez.
Hi, everyone. I am Andrea Santos from Spain, Galicia. Regarding my professional field, I am graduated in law degree and Anglo-American law program from the University of Navarra. And after that, I got specialized in airspace law, my passion. And I always thought that legislation, space, and business initiative are a great challenge for our society. And space law is seen a real legal, a new legal reality as a result for the landing of the private initiative in the space race. And it's a matter of time that for earthly conflicts to rise a special level. And I think that we should to be prepared. And I believe that the International Space University will provide me the best skills and contacts to become in the aerospace lawyer that I always wanted, and to improve the legal sector, the space legal sector on the global level. And thank you very much for having me. I am very grateful.
Thank you, Andrea.
Next, I'd like to invite down Ashish Saroda.
Good morning everyone, my name is Ashish and I am from India. I am 22 years old and by profession I am an aerospace engineer, and my hopes are from the ISU to learn what human performance in space, and my keen interest in the subject of is astrobiology, and I am open to what ISU has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Kimberly Sofker.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimberly Sofker. Very close. Very, very close. Yes, thank you. I come from the United States. I'm actually from Florida. I was born in Cape Canaveral as my father was working for NASA during the Apollo missions. So this is almost full circle for me. The other irony is my father had an assignment in Germany and I grew up about 25 kilometers from here. So it's very ironic that I end up here after a full career as a civil servant with the United States government, where I was a senior relationship manager. It does sound very sketchy, and it fairly is sketchy. I did have the opportunity to work all over the world with various partners of the United States. I will leave it at that. So I feel very fortunate to be here. I came to ISU to marry up my passion, which has always been space, coming from a space family, as it were, and where my career took me and life took me as a people person, managing people. So I look forward to the opportunity. I will not share my age, as I'm sure I am the oldest one here. As our colleague, I probably have a grandchild almost that age. So, but I look forward to the opportunity to be here. This is fantastic. I look forward to this year, and I'm sure that this will be memorable for everyone, okay? We have a saying in the United States, go big or go home. So I'm a go big. So I look forward to it. Please don't be alarmed with some of this stuff, but I do go big, okay? So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kimberly. Next is online, and that's Katya Telbe.
Hello, everyone. I'm Katya Telbe. I'm originally from Algeria. I had the first master's degree in my home country, and then I moved to France 2 years ago to pursue another master's degree in computer networks at Sorbonne University in Paris. So I learned about ISU during a conference that was presented by Isa at my university, and I immediately seized the opportunity to join the program because I had always been passionate about space. And I'm really excited to learn from and to meet people from all around the world that are experts in their domains. So I can't wait to meet you all in person at Strasbourg. Thank you.
Thank you, Katya. And now the last person in the room, but not the last person to be introduced, Stefania Tirek.
Hi everyone, my name is Stefania Turek and I'm from Toronto, Canada. I have an undergraduate degree in kinesiology, which is sports science and human kinetics, but the field has evolved to include more than just a sport focus. For the past year before I did this program, I was working in the clinical systems and informatics department in my community hospital. My interest in space started with an undergrad project I did, which was to design a fitness and strength and conditioning program for people going up into space. And I began to think about the applications of kinesiology and how we can support astronauts in space and in other extreme environments. And that's what led me to discovering the ISU. During the program, I really hope to immerse myself into everything space science and to really gain a strong foundation of knowledge in fields that I have little experience. I really look forward to learning from all of you and to challenging myself to think critically and globally. ultimately, my goal is to be involved in the space sector, particularly in space medicine or human performance. And I really look forward to being able to push the boundaries of what we can do in space and what we can do together. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefania. And now the final MSS 20 student this morning online, Eva Van Linden Toll.
Hi everyone, I'm Eva Van Linden Toll. I am based in London. I'm an Irish artist working predominantly with explosives, but also with augmented reality and video mapping and lots of other mixed media. My space journey, although I was interested in space all my life, my real space journey began when I won the Artist in Residence at the European Space Agency in 2016-17. Since then, I've gone on to become a member of ITICUS, which is the IAF Committee for Cultural Utilization in Space. I was recently commander of Analog Mission MPOL 5 at the Analog Training Center in Poland, where I launched a project called the Outer Space Cultural Experimental Lab. I'm particularly interested in the evolution of culture in space. I'm also interested in Earth observation and sustainability. And I'm super excited to have heard everybody's background and really honored to be here. Super excited to share more stories, more experiences, more learning. And yeah, very much looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Eva, and thank you to all of the MSS 22 students for introducing yourselves. It's going to be a very interesting year, I can see that. I'd now like to introduce a video recording by the MSS 21 class representatives. So I think if I can say, roll video.
So, hi MSS 22. And congratulations to making it to Strasbourg and to ISU. So my name is Mady and his name is Bram, and we're both class reps of MSS 21.
It is nice to virtually meet you all and welcome to the ISU family. If you're anything like we were a year ago, you're probably excited and a little apprehensive as to what this year might bring.
So we're going to offer some kind of advice, but the basic gist of it is to seize every opportunity that comes. Whether it be social networking or with professors or just really enjoying every single class that you have. So if you have something that interests you, then really put 200% of yourself in it. It's a very special year and we hope that you enjoy it.
In the same vein, I think it's important to befriend your professors. They're there to help you and to take risks. I know I did, and I think it's important to pursue an idea or concept that you normally wouldn't have. I'm willing to bet there's some of your classmates that share your enthusiasm.
So there are several resources that we can share with you to help with studying and to ace like Kahoots. So we have a common Google Drive of our class, and which we'll be very happy to share with you if you reach out to us over any contact information, and we'll give you all the links to our lecture notes, exam notes, and all the work we did together as a class.
Yep, we're here to help you. And in addition to that, Maylee and I are always available as both classmates and as friends should you need it. As Maylee mentioned, Christelle has our contact information, so feel free to reach out anytime you need.
So go have fun this year and really enjoy being at the crossroads of your life and career. So yeah, just go for it.
And be uncompromising in your pursuit of your passion, whatever it might be. Enjoy your time in Strasbourg and good luck.
And yeah, all the best, and it was nice meeting you virtually. We hope we can see you one time in person, and all the best to this year. Bye.
So thank you to Maylee and Graham for that video. I hope we do see them back here in person. That concludes my role today, so I'm going to hand back to Aditi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Welsh, and thanks to the class representatives of MSS 21. Wow, your class really looks amazing, and I'm sure that you're going to have a really great time here. International, intercultural, and interdisciplinary, ISU is really a place to be. There will be ups and downs, but I'm sure that you will get through it together as a strong group. Let me tell you, I survived the challenges, and so will you. ISU has a lot to offer, but it really depends on you how you use these unique opportunities and rocket launch your career. So I'm wishing you all the best. Work hard, but most importantly, have fun. All right, moving on. On this beautiful occasion, we have some very important guests present in the audience. Starting with one of the very important ISU supporters, I would like to invite Mr. Thibaut Phillips, who is the mayor of Ilkirch-Graafenstaden, the host municipality of the ISU Central Campus. Mr. Phillips is also an elected regional councillor of the region Grand Est in France. So, Mr. Phillips, would you please join me on this stage?
Some additional information. 1, 2, 3. Yes, thank you very much. Diti, we were not able to inform you about this, but Monsieur Thibaut Phillips has sent his apologies and is represented here today by 2 members of the municipality. I will play the role of amateur interpreter with your permission. And so I will give the floor to Madame Sylvie Seigneur, who is the Deputy Mayor for Social Matters, Social Affairs with the city of Ilkirch. And she is accompanied here by Monsieur Jonas Echete, who is the Head of Cabinet. Merci beaucoup d'être venu au nom de Monsieur le Maire. S'il vous plaît, Madame Seigneur, je serai votre interprète. Alors, si vous pouvez faire des phrases pas trop longues.
Tout à fait.
Merci.
Good morning. Rassurez-vous, je ne serai pas longue. Simplement, remercier Madame la Présidente pour votre invitation et surtout, vous souhaiter la bienvenue pour ce nouveau poste. À vous tous, étudiants et étudiantes, la bienvenue également à Ilkirch-Graafenstaden.
So I promise I will not be long. And welcome to everyone, especially our new president, for coming here, and welcome also to the whole class to our city here in Ilkirch-Graafenstaden.
Nous sommes fiers d'avoir cette université internationale de l'espace sur Ilkirch-Graafenstaden, ses enseignants et vous, les étudiants, constituez le fleuron du parc d'innovation.
We are really proud of having International Space University in our municipality, in this innovation campus, especially having such high-level students, staff, and faculty on the park.
C'est donc avec fierté que je vous accueille ce matin en qualité d'adjointe au maire. Certes, la commune n'a pas de compétences en matière d'enseignement supérieur, cependant, soyez assurés du soutien de la municipalité pour vous accompagner sur Ilkirch-Graafenstaden.
So again, we are proud of having you here, even if municipalities do not have authority on higher education. We are really proud of having you here as really space representatives.
Notre ville de 27 700 habitants possède de très nombreux atouts en matière sportive, associative, culturelle, espaces verts, etc. Je voulais vous témoigner de l'attention particulière que la municipalité vous porte, tout comme en témoignent les récentes actions de soutien à l'attention des étudiants fragilisés durant la crise sanitaire due à la Covid-19.
This city has 27,700 inhabitants, and we are very happy to provide nice facilities for all of you that include sports facilities, associations of all kinds, including cultural activities, and green areas and forests. In this particular difficult times of the pandemic, we are very attentive to the special needs of our inhabitants, including the students and all those who are studying in difficult conditions.
Cette rentrée universitaire 2021 sera placée, espérons-le, sous le signe d'un retour progressif à la vie normale et à la mise en œuvre de projets.
So we hope that this new academic year will progressively take us to a normal life and that we can all play the projects that we have in mind.
La ville a souhaité faire un petit clin d'œil à l'ISU, en mettant sur ces espaces verts quelques petites choses du type astronaute, LEM, etc.
So the city, as you might have seen, has decided that this year it has taken the theme of space as one for the decoration of its public places. You might see astronauts and landers in different locations.
Alors je souhaitais vous faire part aussi de quelque chose de tout à fait personnel. Vous fascinez les enfants, alors continuez à laisser la magie opérer, c'est important. Je vous souhaite une très belle expérience île-kirchoise et une très belle année universitaire.
So more on a personal basis, Madame Seigneur would like to encourage you to keep motivating and attracting the interest of the younger generation. Please keep doing that. And with this, she's wishing us all a beautiful academic year and a nice stay in Ilkirch.
Have a nice day.
Thank you so much to the representatives of the Ilkirch-Grafenstaden municipality. The international visibility of the Grandes region will attract more number of people in the present and the future years to come. I'm very sure of that. Now I would like to introduce the chairman of the ISU Board of Trustees, Dr. Christian Salaberger, who has recorded a video speech from Canada. Like a number of previous speakers, Dr. Salaberger is also an ISU alumnus. So can we have the video, please?
Hello from Toronto, Canada. On this occasion of the opening of the new ISU academic year and the start of the MSS 22 program, I bring you greetings from the ISU Board of Trustees. If you're a participant just beginning the MSS program, you are in for a treat. An exciting program has been crafted that will both educate you and inspire you. A special thanks to all the ISU staff and faculty who have worked so hard to prepare this MSS program. Today is a special day, not only for the start of the academic year, but also because it marks the transition between ISU presidents. Today is the last day for President Juan de Dalmau, who ends his 3-year term at the helm of ISU. Despite the incredible challenge of leading ISU through this extraordinary time of the global pandemic, Juan has not only led ISU to survive, but even to thrive in these unusual times in which we find ourselves. Juan, thank you so much for everything you've done and for your steady leadership of ISU and your hard work and vision in transforming elements of the ISU programs successfully into online and hybrid activities. We wish you all the best, and we know that you'll stay a member of the ISU family and involved in ISU activities. So Juan passes the torch today to ISU's new president, Pascal Ehrenfreund. In a process that began about a year ago, the ISU Board's Presidential Search Committee reviewed many excellent applications and interviewed several outstanding candidates before unanimously agreeing that Pascal was the right person to lead ISU going forward. Having previously served as ISU's chancellor, Pascal is already quite passionate about ISU. She has had a stellar career leading a number of national and international space organizations while never losing her strong links to academia. Pascal is an extraordinary individual and those of you that don't know her very well will enjoy getting to know her and working with her over the weeks and months ahead. Welcome, Pascal. And so I conclude with a final word to the new MSS class starting their program today. I wish you good luck and lots of success. As previous ISU graduates will tell you, you are embarking on a program that will change your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Salaberger, for your kind words. We are also honored to have with us another member of ISU Board of Trustees who represent the French Space Agency, CNES, and the Office of the International Relations. Monsieur Philippe Pouget, would you please join me on stage?
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I want to make you sure that for me it's both an honor and a pleasure to be with you this morning, and so I really want to thank the ISU team, the two presidents, let's say it like that, for inviting me. Having said that, and since I don't have a lot of time for this speech, I really want to congratulate the students that are here or by physically or virtually here. I've listened carefully to all your self-presentation, and one word that was being repeated on and on was opportunity. And it's true, it's a great opportunity you have to be here, to learn to learn more about space in all its involved disciplines, with almost all the countries involved. It's a really global promotion. And of course, space, it's an opportunity to work on such an amazingly interesting domain, and also that is witnessing a great boom, institutional and economic boom. But you know, there's always the check and balance principles. With opportunities comes responsibility. And your responsibility, being coming from all the countries and from all the disciplines, is to be much aware of the challenges that space is facing, and which are, for some of them, coming from its very success. And your responsibility, it's the responsibility of the whole space community, but especially for you, is to make sure that a space that is a mankind asset will be preserved for the next generation. Now I split to something more maybe pleasant or less serious. Also, it is still serious, but maybe more less heavy, I would say. So first of all, I really want to say that CNES is very happy to see that Pascal Ehrenfreund is the president of Isu, and really congratulations, Pascal Ehrenfreund. I believe that, and it's a bit linked to what I've previously said, is that since you are coming from a community, the scientific community, which is already globalized, and so particularly sensitive to global challenges and to work all together to face them. I think your nomination is a great asset for ISU and for the global space community. And finally, I think there is something that has been that is not in the agenda, and for which I need to call your predecessor, Pascal, on the stage. So in the name of the whole ISU community, Joan, well, of course, the president of the BOT has already said all the good that everyone thinks of you and of your, yes, excuse me, yes, of you and of the your of the way you have run your mandate here in ISU. I'm really new in ISU community, so I cannot elaborate too much, but I really trust all of you and the president of the board. And so in the name of everyone, I guess, here is for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and that was a really good surprise. We hope that CANES supports ISU for the coming years. Thank you very much. Okay, now towards the second highlight of this event. They say, choose to be at the table where important decisions are being made. Be fearless about tapping into the networks of women and never underestimate the power of mentorship. Professor Pascal Ehrenfrein, you know ISU very well as a chancellor, a mentor to many alumni, students, and students outside ISU. You have been the lecturer at various ISU programs, and today, you're the first female president of the International Space University. You are also a research professor of space policy and international affairs at the George Washington University. Furthermore, you're the president of the very famous International Astronautical Federation, IAF. Talking about the contribution to NASA and ESA over the past 3 decades, she has contributed as a principal investigator, co-investigator, and team lead for the NASA astronomy, planetary missions, and for the various experiments of the International Space Station. The asteroid 9826 Ehrenfrein 2114T3 bears her name. As our new president, if you would please formally inaugurate the academic year 2021-2022. Professor Ehrenfrein, the floor is yours.
So thank you very much, and I think you're all hungry and you're looking forward to meet your colleagues and discuss a little bit more. So I want to really say something to the MSS 2022 incoming students, but also to the MSS 2021 representatives, to Mr. Puig, to the ISU staff and faculty distributed here. I see also some of my friends here from ESF, and of course, dear Juan, and dear online participants. So today is really an important day for ISU as we welcome your new class of MSS students and to our central campus. And you have heard that Ilkirch, the city around, is also very happy to have this university here. And and also the city here in Strasbourg, Euro Metropole, is supporting ISU a lot. So I've heard a little bit your introduction. That is really fascinating, and I'm pretty sure that by May or so, something, we will have a habitat somewhere, you know, in the grass here, because I have counted, I think, 8 architects, or at least with architectural background. That is really special, and we have to think a little bit, you know, how we are taking care of that, because we have a lot of extended faculty, which is extremely good in this subject, from Austria actually, and from the United States. I've heard also a lot of you expressing, you know, extreme environments, radiation environment, analog environments. This is also something which ISU can really address and can help you, you know, to work with expeditions. So it's really, every year I'm fascinated about the background of the students, and when you have such a mix and of people from space law and medicine and space engineers and architects and so on. It's and people which really do that out of their heart and are coming from finance, you know. So actually that's also what we need, a lot of expertise on that as well. So it's always you wonder when you have this mix of people, and you really have an intensive course and you have an intensive time here with team projects, that this mix is really I think an important attribute for success, and I think you will have fun. So I want you will engage on this new journey for this academic year, and I think we have taken, this is an important topic in the years we face now. We have taken a lot of measures for a pandemic, and I think it is very important that you adhere to those rules to keep safe and also to keep your environment safe, and we are really trying to do the best as we can. And I think we are quite ahead compared to other universities with our policy. Please read that. I think this is an important thing so that we can go through and have a really great and fun year. So I just want to say something, that why is it so important to study space and to be a part of the space sector right now? And this is because today a large proportion of our global economy really relies upon space infrastructures. And I realize some people are coming from the automotive sector and so on. So space applications are getting more and more important. And we have really witnessed in the last decade how space became more accessible with new, exciting endeavors and mission. We have advances in manufacturing, in nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, reusable launch systems, and they have driven market disruption and in the space industry. And there is also, and you will learn that when you are here, there's also unprecedented entrepreneurial leadership and private investment in the space sector. And a lot of our students here at ISU are interested in entrepreneurship, and you will learn about it, and you will have electives about it. And we have actually an incubator in-house in the second floor, and you will learn about that. They are actually hiring a lot. So, and it is growing, and we will also have in the future an ISU venture and a for-profit organization. So entrepreneurship is a really, really important thing. And when you look at the evolving space economy, we have also many more nations, many more emerging countries, and we have also a participant I've seen from Africa. So we have actually connections, we have programs, you know, in order to connect the entire world, in order also to help with capacity building. So I think that, you know, when you are here, when you are going through your studies, you will play a really significant role in the space sector in the future. And it is just right now, because the space sector is so dynamic, you know, estimated by Deloitte of probably I think $1 trillion US by 2040 or 2045. So it's really an amazing sector which has been booming. We have a lot of commercial actors. We have a lot of entrepreneurship, a growing downstream sector in all directions, be it energy, transport, agriculture, you name it. And we have a significant shortage in the STEM workforce all over the world. And I think that offers a lot of opportunities for us at the ISU, but it is really right now a perfect time to make a space education and to join the space sector in the future when you are not already a part of it and just try to advance your career. So it is a smart decision for you to be here, and you are really here in the heart because you learn about everything. And there is really, I think in particular, a need for people to be educated a little bit out of the box. And that's what ISU is really offering. And just in order to sit on the table, you know, with all these different backgrounds you have, that are really prepares you for the future. We can only solve global challenges in this kind of interdisciplinary working teams in the future. And you will be trained for that right now for the space sector. And I think our model is really something which is very exclusive and exceptional. So the strengths of ISU is, don't want to repeat it, you have heard that, is a 30 years success story. And it had a future-oriented vision by its founders. And this 3I education you will experience it is something what I think is very important for the future. And it provides this trained workforce, in particular also for the space sector, which will be able to address the global space economy trends, but also to develop more and more the downstream sector, and also to really have strong interactions between with the non-space sector, because this space is branching out more and more, and the more backgrounds you have, the easier it is that a workforce which is trained here will be play an important role in actually mixing this space and non-space sector. And what we offer you, you have heard that already a lot today, but we have really an extended faculty of about 150 people from space agencies, from the space industry, from smaller companies, from research organizations all over the world. And we have now an alumni network of 5,200 people from 100 countries. So there's a lot of connection which you can do. When you are part of ISU, you will be really able to make new connections worldwide. And we will help you with that. As you have seen, we have a very dedicated faculty, and everybody who comes here as a guest lecturer has also this kind of attitude that we really support you in your future careers. So I want to close. Remember that ISU is a space elite school, and it develops the future leaders in the world space community, and it really contributes also to an efficient exchange of space knowledge between the regions worldwide. And your education here will really empower you to contribute to the really rapidly expanding space sector. So I have also a gift, you know, I also come back. I want to thank to all our sponsors, which are here today, and particular also CNES and Strasbourg Eurometropole. And I want to thank Juan, like of course also our chair of board of trustees, and like everybody else, who has really strongly contributed to the ISU resilience during the pandemic. And you have already heard we are going into digital hybrid education like many organizations, and you will have a lot of lectures also by people virtually, and we try really to develop and make it really comfortable in this way. And Juan, I really want to thank you about all your achievements. And I have also a little gift. So I just want to close, and I really wish you all the best for your future here at ISU, and I wish you a great experience. And like everybody else, online or here in the room, take your chances, network, and embrace the special education. And I think it is my duty now that I have to declare the academic year 2021-2022 open.
Thank you, Professor Pascal, for the inspiring speech. For those who are listening in Strasbourg and elsewhere, ISU is on ambitious roadmap, and we want to invite you to stay connected with us during this academic year. So this is the end of the live stream, and thank you so much for watching the live ceremony.